Welcome to Entrepreneurs and Leaders. And today we have Al Kushner with us, and he is a best-selling author and thought after LinkedIn growth strategies, renowned for his innovative approach to digital networking. His groundbreaking book, The AI LinkedIn Advantage, has transformed how professionals and business leverage artificial intelligence to optimize the LinkedIn presence, grow networks, and drive meaningful engagement. So tell us, what are the 5 steps to grow your LinkedIn profile?
Welcome to Entrepreneurs Are Leaders podcast with Harry Sardinas. Interviews with world's most influential entrepreneurs that share tips about how to grow your business exponentially. Charismatic speaking, leadership, branding, marketing strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.
Well, very simple. Optimize your profile. So the first thing I would look to do is to create a professional headshot, and something that truly represents you is something that you want to convey to whoever you want to connect with. So before you do any outreach, you've really got to step up your game. Make sure you invest time in order to get that done professionally. That would be highly recommended. In addition, I would work on the background image as well. A lot of people seem to neglect that, and there's a lot of opportunity to share some points that you want to let people know about you, which I think is a very good thing overall. So that's would be my number 1.5, I guess, as far as doing that. Second, again, going back to the profile, would be working on the keywords underneath your name and optimize it so therefore you can be found easily on LinkedIn. And I think that's essential. And you can use AI technology that will allow you to search or provide keywords based on certain attributes you want to provide it. So it can really be helpful to get noticed by having that done properly. So that would be number 2. In addition, I would focus on your About page. You have an About section over there, and try to be as comprehensive as possible. I believe you can do up to 2,000 characters or something. So certainly maximize on that ability to do that. And don't be afraid to use some emojis if you want. That's certainly helpful to let people know about some things that will save them time in researching who you are. I guess number 3 could be any type of activity that you've done on LinkedIn that includes any type of videos that you had posted or any type of articles that you've written. That always is going to allow you to become a thought leader, because people like to read information that can help solve their problems. So that's also a great way to do that. I would say also number 4, you could share your experiences, which is good. I'd also would highlight beyond experiences, your educational background, any awards that you receive, any volunteer work, which you have also done, is highly considered honorable, I would say. And that is something that is very important when you want to get somebody to look at your profile. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So make sure you optimize those particular attributes on your profile. And I think most importantly is work on your recommendations. You want to have as current as you can on recommendations, because these are crucial third-party endorsements that are going to make a difference in you getting someone to connect with you. In addition, you can take some of that information of those people who posted their recommendations and use it on your website or other avenues, because these are real people. They click on it, and they'll be able to speak to you and know it makes sense. So that would be the top 5. I got more, but just want to share some of that on the profile alone.
What are the 5 steps to grow your LinkedIn profile? What are amazing answer? And then there is more to share, so we are looking forward to hear, because let's talk about how to grow your business and how to enhance your connections in LinkedIn, because there are some challenges that people have been facing out there. Sometimes they kick you out of LinkedIn. Is there's very strict platform compared with another ones, and sometimes is complex to get back. Usually, so what are the things that you don't recommend to people to do in LinkedIn?
Well, certainly don't rely on any automation tools. Automation tools can really put you in LinkedIn jail, and you don't want to do that.
LinkedIn Yale, right?
Yeah, that's a
Yeah, but a lot
popular.
of people say, well, I have this AI that, we gave you more clients in LinkedIn. We gave you this in LinkedIn. We have this software, you have this. And as soon as
People,
you put this software to work, you are in big trouble with them, with LinkedIn.
because there's no accountability for those individuals who are offering those services. They couldn't care less if you got in LinkedIn jail. Hey, not my problem. I got your money. So
Mhm.
guess what? In addition, not just automation tools, but also
And it's
hiring
a
people.
big problem when you are in trouble with LinkedIn. Yeah, sometimes it takes time for them to actually release the account and open it again, and you have to even last time we did our colleague need to hire a lawyer to say that he's real, blah blah, and then it took a lot of time until they finally open. So
Well, like
being
I
in
said,
trouble with LinkedIn is a big trouble. Yeah.
exactly. So you want to play nice. That's most important.
So number one, no automation tools. It doesn't matter. So LinkedIn have their own automation tools that we can use, or there is no automation tool whatsoever. They have the sales navigator, right?
Well, that's a different option altogether. But when it comes to automation, they do have a way to schedule your post in advance. So you can do that. So you can post a week, a month in advance,
Mm-hmm.
days of the week. So you can use that tool as part of the features on LinkedIn. And that certainly will keep you, basically on good terms, which
And
is,
sales navigator also belongs to LinkedIn, no?
yes, that is a separate portion of LinkedIn. It's a premium version of LinkedIn that you pay money for, I believe, it may be $90 or $100, depending on if you're paying for the
Mm-hmm.
month or year. And it gives you a lot of advanced features that really help you to do outreach more effectively.
Yeah, and so basically with this one you can connect with more people, right?
Yeah, pretty much. You could do that.
So any more you were talking about the recommendations, right? And how to optimize the profile, because showing the a strong personal brand in the LinkedIn can enhance the way that you can build your network and eventually find clients. But the platform is designed for people to interact, right? Not to sell. They don't like when people are sending this person to person message selling. So what is your advice for people that want to increase their sales and they want to use LinkedIn, but they want to use LinkedIn effectively? um,
Sure.
because you can be. So, what is the right way of doing it without
Well,
getting in trouble with them?
very simple. Look for groups to join on LinkedIn. Look for particularly sizable groups to join, because most likely those individuals you're trying to connect with are part of that group. And if you're a part of the group as a group member, guess what? You get a lot more interest because they say, oh, you're part of a group. So when you look at it, review the exact groups that you have. I think you can do up to 20 groups, but you got to really look for groups that are significant. For example, I'm looking at your profile and you're part of a group of business owners club in the UK, which only has 25 members. I mean,
That sucks. Yeah.
yeah, it pretty much is. And another group, we got the business guide matches your business consultant, 472 members. No, that just doesn't. So you really got to kind of go through the groups and look for sizable ones. You have a couple of sizable ones, which is great, but eliminate the
So
small ones.
what is a good size?
At least 100,000 or greater. I mean,
Wow, now we're talking big time. Yeah.
just think about it. Okay, if you want to connect with someone, the chances of that person being part of that large group is much greater than being a group that's only 50 people. What do you think? Huh?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
100%.
and again, not a lot of people can get into those groups either because you have to be accepted. So not everybody can get accepted into a group. So it's also they select whoever they want to choose. But if you're part of the group, that's a great thing. And I'd recommend to at least post in the group once a week to at least raise your level of awareness. And if you really want to move the needle, create videos, because videos are very much loved on LinkedIn. And in groups, they love it even more.
So, uh, tell us, since the platform started, You've been doing this for over 20 years. You share with us, right? So the platform has evolved a lot, right? I remember before I can do LinkedIn Live, that was not possible before. And a lot of things the platform has evolved. But I agree with you that it's one of the platform where the entrepreneurs and professionals hang around more, right?
Yeah, that's really true. But again, you want to be able to make an impact whoever you're connecting with. And my advice is to give more than you receive.
So what type of postings now? Posting in LinkedIn, right? It's a big um, challenge because not all posts engage, right? LinkedIn is a type of platform that even if you save in a whale in the ocean to keep the planet safe, people will feel like, this is a business place. Can you put there in Facebook or somewhere else? And even if it's a good purpose, uh, the LinkedIn network is specific. It's more orientated to business, to professional. Um, it becomes. I remember it's like a profile for people who look jobs and things like this. So, what are the, in your opinion, the most and what type of content in LinkedIn at the moment is working better in terms of engagement and growing your LinkedIn profile?
Well, certainly create newsletters that it can appeal to your target audience. So if, for example, I have 5 different newsletters. I have
Wow.
one for accountants, one for attorneys, one for financial planners. These are all referral partners, and they're very niche markets. But it's great because those who are receiving the newsletters are ones with high intent. They're the ones who are looking for things to solve their problems. And I provide educational information every week to them, and they look forward to it. And that's really how you grow your following on LinkedIn.
Well, you have to be a good writer, a very, very good content creator, right?
That's where AI technology comes in. With ChatGPT, you can create content pretty much on the fly.
Still, you need to know what you're doing because the content, you need to have experience. And I think that for you to get this content that engage, right, is AI, but also someone like you that have experience, that know what kind of prompt you need to give to AI in order to help you out to create content, right?
Yeah, my book has a resource on that, which tells you the type of prompts that are ideal for creating content. And you'll find that the more AI advances and evolves, the more it sounds more like you. And you can train the AI to sound like you, which is amazing.
100%.
So eventually you can have AI to even replace you right now, for example. It's called deep fake, which is the real, controversial topic. And that could be an interesting thing because it gives you an opportunity to be 2 places at once, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Wrong with that.
So tell us about your book. Can you show it to us? When can we buy this book?
Well, if you go, I'm
Do you have it
pointing
with you? That's the to the
well, the
QR.
QR code right over here. They can just scan the QR code, just use their camera, and it'll highlight it, and they go directly to Amazon. They can get it directly over there. It's on Amazon currently right now in hardcover. I'm not sure if you can
Okay,
see.
show us the cover a little bit more forward so you can see. Okay, so uh, a
Yeah, I
little
can
bit
move it
far,
up.
maybe the light,
Yeah, it's kind of
it's,
hard to see from there,
yeah,
but
with a bit of background.
yeah.
Okay, there I can see. Okay, tell us the title because some people are listening in the car, so they cannot scan the QR code. So can
Okay.
you tell us the title?
The AI LinkedIn Advantage.
Okay, and the author and the subtitle?
The author is me, Al Kushner,
No,
and
there's the subtitle. I can read it there. They said how
unleash
AI.
unleash the power of AI and dominate the competition.
Wow, very. very hot topic. When do you wrote this book?
Well, I released the hardcover in April, but the soft cover is to be released in July, as well as the audiobook version. For those who are listening, they have an audiobook available through Spotify, Audible, and other fine channels. So yeah, it's definitely worth it to check out, which is a good thing.
So generating content with AI, high quality content to get a LinkedIn engagement and to grow your platform is something that is, like I shared with it before, used to take a lot of time, right? Before is a big time, and that is something that I hear about LinkedIn. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it's my understanding that if you write articles like you do in newsletters, right, in LinkedIn,
Yep.
I think that there are SEO compliance, meaning that Google can endorse these articles as part of as a search engine optimization. So you can get high rank rather than a post, for example. That's what I hear. I don't know if it's true or not. I think that, if you do a post won't be SEO more friendly. But if you write actually an article, that probably is SEO. Maybe because I don't know if Google put that in article news. So do you know a little bit more about that, about the power of the articles? And
well, I do know the fact that AI, or actually LinkedIn, has a high authority with Google. So when that is posted by LinkedIn, it's getting a much more prominence in the display. So that's
probably Google is endorsing this in Google News or something like that, because this is what I heard, that the articles in LinkedIn, they are SEO friendly, which is something very good. Now, for example, you share with us that you have 5 different groups, right? That you create content within financial planners, lawyers, things like this, right? Newsletters, right? Newsletters. So, and you type all these newsletters in your LinkedIn profile, right?
Yeah, I create the newsletters, I upload it to LinkedIn, and I schedule that usually in advance, on certain days of the week will be more received than other days. So that's a key thing right there. And people look forward to getting the newsletter each week. So I'm very up to date.
I'm glad that you brought this up, because the LinkedIn has a timing to post, and you can, I mean, posting in a weekend in LinkedIn is effective, or I think that there are some times of posting that are more effective than other ones, right?
Well, I create the newsletters on the weekend, but I schedule it during the week in advance, and usually in the mornings. I would say Tuesday to Thursday mornings are usually ideal times, and sometimes in the afternoon on Wednesdays, 12 to 2. So it just depends on, where you're targeting. But that usually is a sweet spot for posting and getting a lot of recognition.
So in order to get the prompts for create high quality content in LinkedIn, it took you a lot of trial and error. Why? Right? Because this ChatGPT it's been around for how long? Maybe a couple of years, no? Give or take.
Right. And then again, that's just one type of platform you can use for that purpose. And the idea, of course, is to create things of value. In my book, I also offer a free ebook about 100 different prompts that you can use when posting on LinkedIn or other channels. So that's also part of my book, that you have access to that information, which is a great feature, because prompts is really what gets the chat GPT going, I would say.
Absolutely. You need to know what if you don't know what to tell the engine, it will it was it would create the content. So which one of the AIs out there? There are several platforms, right? Which one is your favorite to create effective content in LinkedIn, and why?
Well, I mean, it's a combination. I mean, I like ChatGPT, I like Jasper, I like Grammarly. These are just some tools I listed in my resources available. It depends on your target audience and depends on your need because
Grammarly also create articles.
yeah, that's the idea is to create articles, create scripts of videos. So there's a lot of opportunities, create so many things. It's really amazing. Emails, it can create, it just has a lot of applications that you can use it, and people find that it saves a lot of time. And that's really what makes a difference. You don't have to just waste a lot of time on things that you don't need to do.
So this using AI to grow your LinkedIn is something actually what we were sharing fairly new, right? It's only 2 years out there, and people can create articles, can create also
Script.
video content as well, right?
Right.
Do you offer in your book some resources also for video content, or is only for articles, the prompts?
Oh, for both, both resources available,
Wow.
so they can access that. And it's really amazing because the technology is advanced tremendously, and creating videos are going to move the needle if you're going to post on LinkedIn because most people don't usually use videos to post. And the sweet spot is usually between 60 to 90 seconds is the amount of time used for videos in order to create an interest and use that a way to connect with more people. People don't have time to watch a video beyond 2 minutes. So that's really going to be key is to do it within that time. And to create videos on your own sometimes can be very challenging. So with the use of AI technology, it could really be a game changer for people who never thought about videos as a way to connect with people, but it works amazingly.
Yeah. And then any tips that you can share with, now that we have you here, with the entrepreneurs out there in order to grow the LinkedIn and to find more clients? What would be the process? Yeah. In terms of what type of content we always know as general, and we share in the podcast all the time, that if you create high quality content, you will be able to grow a community and to grow your following. The problem is how you can create high quality content. So what are the secrets um, um, embedded in the dynamics or create a high quality content? Because if content actually engage and you get a reaction, right?
Yes, very simple. What you do is that you follow the influencers on LinkedIn. And what you can do is you not only follow them, you'll know exactly when they're posting. So you know in advance. And when they post, the ideal thing is to post within, I would say, within 15 minutes of their existing post, depending on how popular you are. You may have to post within 5 minutes. But you'll be notified when they post, and then you reply to that post. And don't reply by saying thanks for sharing. You got to be a little more descriptive. So you can use AI technology to take the information of that post and find a way to enhance that post, make it even more better for the influencer. And then when you decide to post underneath that influencer, you can get a lot of their followers checking you out because of the fact that you've added value to that influencer's post. And the AI algorithm on LinkedIn loves that. I mean, they just simply love the fact that it's promoting the influencer. You're getting recognition because you're like, a nobody, but all of a sudden you can have an influencer reach out to you, says, hey, thanks for that great, brilliant thing. I never thought about it. How'd you do that? Says, well, that's my little secret.
Mm-hmm.
With AI technology, you can achieve those results by following the influencers, commenting on their post, and being the first one on top. Because remember, the one who's first on top is always going to get more of the views than the ones who are all the way down hundreds. I mean, if the influencer posted an hour before, forget about it. You got to tell them too late. Okay, it's about speed, and that really makes a difference. But you'll be notified on LinkedIn, and my book shows you how to do that. You will find that you'll get more followers than you can handle. I mean, really, it's just amazing how that tool is.
Wow, what a great tip. And the but also the comment again, what you're saying, right? It has to be a very good comment, a
Authentic,
comment, an authentic, realistic.
sincere. And if you want to throw a twist into it, throw in a question or two to the influencer. Something that, some they are forced to respond to that question. And guess what? He responds to you. All of a sudden, the followers are checking you out. They're looking at your profile and says, "Who is this guy? Who's Harry?" And all of a sudden, Harry, getting very popular because he is becoming an influencer by following the influence. That's really the whole idea. That's how you're going to grow your influence on LinkedIn, is to follow the people, do what they're doing. Okay, just comment on what they're posting, ask some questions, and guess what? You will find that you'll have a lot of people reaching out to you, and that's how you'll grow your business, and that's how you'll be successful on LinkedIn.
You really know what you're talking about, right? Big time. So it's our audience is today for a treat. Yeah, they are more happy to have you, and definitely we recommend your book big time, right, in Amazon. So the so any more resources that you share in your book? What's your favorite chapter?
There's so many, but you can also go to my website at linkedadvantage.com, and I have free resources that you can access, including how to optimize your profile and a lot of great articles that you can take advantage of. So certainly if you can't afford the book, well, go to my website. It's free. There's a lot of great information available, and check it out. I think there's a lot of things you'll find, a lot of things I put in my book on the website to really give people tips. And I think the fact is that you just educate yourself. You'll find that knowledge is power, and it really will set you apart from the competition by learning from the mistakes of others. And I made a lot of mistakes on LinkedIn, but the fact is that
on the mistakes in LinkedIn, you pay the high price. Yeah, I had done those ones also.
Exactly, but as with anything, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah,
and others can learn from you, and that's really how you grow, and that's how you become better at what you do. And as with anything, you learn from others, and my book will be a great resource for those who want to avoid those mistakes that people find on LinkedIn.
Yeah, and that's the only book that you have, or have you written books before relating regarding LinkedIn?
Well, this is my first book on LinkedIn because I looked online and I found that there were no books available that combine both AI and LinkedIn together.
Only yours.
Only mine.
This is true.
Now, who knows? A year from now it'll be different, but that's important. First to market, and that really makes a difference. So for me, it was
a year from now you can improve it. You can improve the prompts. Yeah, so the book can have a 2.0 version.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's going to be updated each year. I mean, that's without a doubt. But the thing is that you really want to create a value, and AI is a hot topic, and LinkedIn is a great tool. So you combine it together, you've got an unstoppable resource that people could take advantage of. And you'll find that if you want to really, dominate the competition, you got to have a way to do it. And my book will show you how to do that effectively.
Thank you so much. And what message do you have for these people, those entrepreneurs that are in business and they are not taking the LinkedIn profile seriously? They say, well, this is social media. I just put even worse, people that have the picture with the baby, right? I know that everybody loves the babies, and no problem with that. But you just go to a LinkedIn profile and then you find the picture with the baby, and then more social things, and they're sharing content there, like this could be Facebook, which is more social, and we do have to understand that this is a platform that is for professionals, is for professionals to socialize, right? So what would be the main difference between LinkedIn and the rest of the platforms out there? And in terms of profiling, right, what are the things that people should be doing, and the people think that people should avoid, because now then people will apply for a job, they're not getting the job, and they don't understand, wow, why I didn't get the job. And then you go to a LinkedIn profile and they have a photo with a baby and few photos having party with friends, and of course when you're applying for a job, so and people are not getting the job, getting the job, but they don't understand even what they do. Even now, even in United States, I saw in the news that now they will check your social media profiles in order to get you the visa to United States. That's how important social media has become on that. And within all these, LinkedIn is taking a crucial place, because it's your business card. You know, Facebook is the place where you socialize, I think, and we have YouTube, and you have this and you have that. But if you're an entrepreneur, or if you are a professional working in corporate, that LinkedIn is more than LinkedIn. It's literally your business card. So what message do you have for entrepreneurs or employees that doesn't take seriously the LinkedIn profile, and this is just something that they don't pay attention to?
Well, you do it at your own risk, simply put. I mean, if you're looking for a job and you couldn't care less about your LinkedIn profile, either you better leave it off your resume. But the fact is that
no, they will
employers,
find you. They will look, even if you
will
don't have
find
it
you.
out of the resume, they will look.
Exactly.
That's the
So
problem.
then you should not have an account on LinkedIn, period. I mean, because they won't find you if your account doesn't exist. But if you are serious about doing something about it, get resources available. I have training programs on my website to optimize your profile, how to do outreach. My book is a great resource. Just do that. If you don't want to bother doing it, I would just say, remove your account from LinkedIn, because it's going to be a detriment to you if
Yeah.
you for a job, and because they're going to see right off the bat, whether it's a baby in a picture, all the things. That's for Facebook, and even in Facebook alone, you don't want to do that too, because
Mm-hmm.
also employers will look on your Facebook profile, and let's face it, they're going to look for opportunities. You're on a cruise ship, you're drinking over there, all of a sudden you're having a good time. You think they want that as a model employee? Guess not. No, but that hurts a lot of people. And but what's so interesting, if you're sending out resumes, a lot of times, if you want to connect with an employer, sometimes you have to use LinkedIn to reach out, because they're inundated with
Yeah.
hundreds of resumes coming through. And what makes yours different? Okay, what's going to make different is your profile. If you have a profile that speaks highly of you, you've got great recommendations, you've got keywords that are easy to find, you got a professional image. Well, that's going to get you the right position. That can be the big difference between you and the competition getting that job, because you took the time to really focus on optimizing your profile so it looks professional and gets the attention of employers who will want to hire you because they see you offer a great value.
Yeah. So, and then any more what are the when it comes to this platform, right? We see that it's a lot. You have the about, you have the profile, you have the recommendation, you have the. So, what are the areas that when it comes to enhancing the profile in LinkedIn? What are the most important areas that people should be looking at?
Well, I would also look at groups, look for groups that are influential. There could be employers, for example, in those groups looking for potential employees, and if you're part of that group, it works out quite well by association. And people seem to ignore groups. They don't think, and again, you don't necessarily have to be active in group. It's great to be active. But if you're not, at least you're part of the group, which is always going to be better than not being part of the group. So something you really got to focus it on. You can do up to 20, 25 groups. They don't accept everyone, obviously. So again, goes back to optimizing your profile, because the person who's controlling the group, the first thing to do is look at your profile. So you see, it works hand in hand. So this is all about optimizing your profile. So you look good for the groups, they accept you in there. And then at that point, you can decide to do outreach, which I think would be the next step to use good premium versions of LinkedIn.
And also, it creates, that engagement create what we call a social proof, something really, um, really important when you can create content and people engage with that content. So, the last question should be, right, in your experience, right, how you can lead, or what tips do you have to don't get in trouble with LinkedIn? There are a lot of things. I mean, like I said, you have made mistakes. I have made mistakes. We all have made mistakes with social media, but you learn out of these mistakes. So we don't want our audience uh, to do the same mistakes that we had done, to learn from the mistakes. So what are the biggest mistakes that people can do in LinkedIn that can actually work right that in favor against them, and also LinkedIn will look at you with the possibility to ban you, to get you out of the platform, right? And we don't want that, definitely. So what are the worst 3 things or the worst 5 things that you can do in LinkedIn to get in trouble?
Very simple. When you're doing outreach, connect with someone that you know. If you don't know this person, but there may be a second connection, there's a possibility. But again, if you do a lot
Don't
of
connect with people that you don't know, right? Or there's not even a second connection.
Exactly. The best thing you can do is to follow them. Okay. You won't be in trouble. Follow those people and then comment on their post. And that may help you get the ability to connect with them, because if they reply to your post, at least you have the ability, there was some connection. Hey, I responded to your post and I thought you had a great idea. So follow the individuals, don't connect with them unless you really know them. And that'll help you stay out of LinkedIn jail, because you won't be considered a spammer. And people seem to forget that. And they're so excited. They just know they're the perfect employee for that employer. But guess what? They're inundated with so many people trying to connect with them. So follow that individual and then comment on their posts so you won't get in trouble. And make the comments not like thanks for sharing, but be more elaborate on it. Be authentic. I think that'll be your key to success in staying.
And the prompts to how to create this effective comment, you shared that in your book, right?
Absolutely. I've got a whole ebook just separate just for that in the book as a bonus for free, 100 prompts that they can take advantage of. And
so how do people can get the ebook then?
Well, they buy the book and there's a QR code in the book. They can go ahead and access to that.
Wow. So it's a bonus. So inside the book, there is a QR code. And when people access this, they can have the
prompts for free that they can use for LinkedIn, which I think you'll find invaluable. So that's definitely a nice
absolutely a lot of value then. Thank you so much for the interview. I think that you are fantastic. And
thank you.
and thank you so much for all the tip and this valuable content that you share with our audience today. I'm a big fan of LinkedIn. Yes, there is a learning has been a learning experience for us with the platform. Yeah, we had up and downs, and we trying to be consistent in the platform, which is challenge. And we have a page now for this podcast, for other podcasts, and we post there some clips there and try to do some content. And yeah, little by little, it's a platform that the more you share and you're consistent, we get you the best organic growth if you know what you're doing, right?
Absolutely. So if you ever need a profile optimization, certainly reach out, Harry.
Absolutely. I know where to find you. Thank you so much. And for all of you, see you in our next episode. Bye for now.
Follow us for more on charismatic speaking, leadership, exponential business growth, branding, marketing, strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.